morning, mama. It is time to wake up and be wealthy. It is time for you to become rich AF.
Sweet.
It is time for more ease, flow, and fun for you. It is time to build a life and business you are madly in love with. It is time to unlock the wealth codes needed to build your business with your dedicated host, me, Nellie Corvo.
One more time.
Nellie Corvo. I am the CEO and founder of the Wealthy Mama Movement, and I want to officially welcome you to the Wake Up and Be Wealthy show. I am the master at sales and social media with over 17 years of experience building brands in multiple industries, resulting in millions of dollars.
Nice.
I've mentored countless women from starting their businesses all the way up to multi-millionaires. I am here to be your go-to mama to help you build an iconic brand that you are proud of that creates massive cash and impact in the world. Without further ado, let's unlock today's episode. Enjoy! The birthday shenanigans continue, and this one may just be the most important one to focus on. This is the one that gets overlooked so much, myself included, in the past. I can see it so clearly where I felt so heavy, so burnt out, so overwhelmed, so stressed, totally masking and doing so many things and just exhausted. I was still making great money, but it felt awful. And so I've truly been on this journey of ease, flow, and fun before I even knew that I was calling it that. And I have just fallen madly in love with this process and this concept because I really wanted to prove to myself I didn't have to do it how everyone else does it. I don't have to mask. I don't have to be exhausted. I can absolutely be present. One of my mentors, it was probably about a year ago, her daughter was going to kindergarten and she was getting really emotional, and she said, like, the whole reason she started her business was to be able to drop her kids off, right? To be present for them. And like, money obviously is a part of that. And also we put so much pressure on ourselves to work harder, to make more, and then it starts to become from a place of burnout instead of a place of ease, flow, and fun. And I really remember that message from her last year because she's like, I've already won. Like, I am such a present mom, and she's building a multi-7-figure business, and she's like, and also it's okay if I go slower because I've already won. I've already accomplished my big goal. And that resonated so much with me because when I transitioned to become an online entrepreneur, that was my whole goal. Like, I knew I wanted something of my own. I knew I wanted to make money. I knew that I really deeply desired to be present for my family and have complete control over my schedule. And then along the way, that vision kind of got put in a drawer, if you will, and a little bit forgotten. Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, it was still there, and I've always been present, and like, my schedule's been still very flexible, but not to the highest level that I desire. And so on this ease, flow, and fun journey, especially even recently, I've been raising my standards for myself so much. And I've been doing it from a very space of yes and a space of my comfort zone and expanding my comfort zone. So I've taken teeny tiny steps, but I can see and feel so much of how much has been out of alignment and how much I've tolerated and how much I've allowed to tolerate or be tolerated. And like, it's my responsibility, right? Like, when I'm raising my standards, I only have control over myself. Like, I only have control over myself. And it was so beautiful because even a client the other day expressed she was bummed that we couldn't have our meeting the other day because my daughter had a full body rash. So obviously she understood, but like, she has needs, wants, and desires. And when she expressed that to me, it was actually such a beautiful moment, because I was like, I totally agree. Like, I wanted us to have our session too. So we did like a quick little touch base later in the week, because she ended up having some needs in her life. And I reassured her, like, we will meet next week and it will be divine timing. Like, but I also wanted her feelings to be acknowledged of like, yeah, I totally agree. Like, I was bummed too. And also I remember being in that moment of pure panic of Emma breaking out in a full rash, and I just went into complete mama bear mode and knew I've got to move my whole day, like, and I've got the power to do it. And so I am very, very grateful to have amazing clients, because they have feelings too, and I love that we have that deep connection that they feel safe to share. And I do believe it is a direct result of all the work that I've been doing, just tapping more into my inner self, my voice. It's already empowered other people around me to do that in their life and with me, and it's just been beautiful. And so today's focus of making more money is truly about clearing the way. There is most likely so much weighing you down that you may not even realize it. I was there too. And it's no shock that there is a big block with making more money, because you're like, man, I've tried so many different things. I'm making different offers. I'm sending the emails. I'm, going live. I've got the podcast, right? Like, maybe you're even like reaching out to past or current clients. Like, you're doing all the practical things and almost feeling like you're swimming upstream, right? Or maybe you're making decent money, but you just feel blah, right? Like, you just feel off. You don't feel good. You feel in a funk, right? Like, or some version of that. So this is such a good invitation, because our mind, body, and soul is truly sending us messages every single day. Like, honestly, even when I woke up today, since Boone woke up a little bit earlier, my body's a little achy. I just don't, my throat's a little sore. And so I'm like, okay, I'm glad I have a lighter day today. I grabbed my peppermint oil, and we're all about doing ease, flow, and fun here. And so it's really more and more every single day paying attention to those cues, physically, emotionally, everything in between. Like, your mind, body, and soul is sending you so many messages, and we truly at times ignore those messages. And it's such a shame, because they're like, our mind, body, and soul are truly there to serve and support us. And I do believe when our mind, body, and soul is deeply connected all together and in full alignment is when the money just comes like no other, and it's pouring in, and it's coming from so many different directions. Like, hopefully this is evidence for you. I had a client that I've been working with for a while now, and they've been working on reaching to 10K months, and they're like, what are we missing? And I have been working with them, and it's not necessarily what you're missing, right? Like, it's what's in front of us, right? Like, what is already around us, what's in front of us, how do we feel? And there was so much that we unpacked, but one thing in particular was a very heavy client that they've been holding on to that they're really not making great money with, or I should say they weren't. It's past tense. And they sent me a private message not too long ago, and they're like, we gave a notice, we are stepping away from that client, and it feels so good. And then, literally not even a couple weeks later, money is flooding in. I kid you not. It is that trust factor. It is letting go of that weight, right? That heaviness that is such a massive attractor to money and so much more, right? This is not just about money here. This is your peace. This is your happiness. This is your fulfillment. This is living more, right? Giving more. And we get to, of course, prioritize money in that process. And also, it's so much deeper than just money, right? And so they are flourishing, and it's so beautiful because they're like, this is the month. This is the month that it's 10K. And I have no freaking doubt that it's going to happen. Like, they're so freaking close. And they had to trust and believe in themselves, right? That full alignment, that there's more out there for them. There's so many ways to make money, like so many ways to make money. And it's making sure that it always feels good all the time, like we talked about the other day. And when it doesn't, it's an opportunity to shift and do it as quickly and comfortably as possible. So this is your huge invitation to truly take a step back and look at every piece and part of your life and your business. Like, I asked you yesterday to really think about emotionally what you desire and how we really get there. Yes, it's strategy. Yes, we want, juicy offers and traffic and systems and all of those things. But honestly, when you give up everything weighing you down and you clear the motherfucking way, everything else feels so much easier. So much easier. I like to use the analogy of, if you were climbing a mountain, would you rather climb the mountain with the best shoes on, a water bottle, right? No backpack with a bunch of weights, right? Or would you rather walk up the mountain barefoot, no water, and a huge, heavy ass backpack that weighs 1,000,000 pounds, right? No one would pick that if they had the choice.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
And the beautiful part is you do have a choice, and you can keep choosing again. It's never too late unless you say so, right? So I really want you to look at every piece and part of your life and your business. What does not feel good? What feels heavy? You can go as simple as your office to as big as relationships that you are giving time and energy to, whether they're personal relationships or business relationships, to social media marketing, to different systems that you're using. I just made a huge shift with my email that was amazing and truly is clearing the way, clearing the way. And I do believe that this is never, we're never complete, but we want to do a huge purge, if you will, to really clear the way. And then it'll just be maintenance after that. And it will be so easy too, because you'll know that it feels so good. So that is my challenge that is my challenge for you today, is to really look at everything and then pick one thing to clear. And it is okay for it to be small. Absolutely okay for it to be small. So I will see you back tomorrow. Please apply if you're feeling so called to work on a VIP level. I am raising my standards each and every day. I am clearing the way. I am doing this work. I'm in it with you.
In 1 mile, use the right lane to take exit 45.
You're hearing
Albany
maybe
Road.
my GPS. It absolutely works, and I want you to feel it, and you don't have to do it alone. So apply to be a VIP client. This is the only way moving forward that you can work with me. I want to go deep with women, and so therefore I am really limiting my time capacity and energetic capacity to a handful of women. So maybe it'll be you. All right, go clear the way. Love you so much.
Woo! Is your head spinning? I hope you took so many notes and you feel so inspired. Time truly flies when you're learning about becoming wealthy AF. I hope you loved today's episode. That does it for us on the show. Don't forget, every weekday we unlock another juicy money-making episode. So be sure to subscribe or follow where you're listening to this. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already, to leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform so we can take over the world together. And share a takeaway on social media and tag me at The Wealthy Mama. We love doing spontaneous prize giveaways. So don't forget to tag us with a takeaway so we can reward you as being one of our biggest fans and listeners. Until next time, don't forget you are worthy of being wealthy. And from everyone at the Wealthy Mama Movement, we love you. Make it a great day.